study out today that says women become unhappy as they get older. Well, the flip side, men get happier as life goes on. Now, the researchers, a couple of economists, by the way, they say it happens when we each turn 48. And of the major factors coming down, it's all about money. Now, what's that all about? We're going to debate it. Mark Rudolph is a no-nonsense man, and Tracy Burns, our Fox Business reporter, joins me to tell us what's really going on. Tracy, is this true?
Come on.
I mean, come on.
All right, first of all.
Don't get me started.
I know you've missed me, Mark. First of all, this study was conducted by mostly men. And when men conduct anything, they talk about their finances because men judge themselves by the size of their wallet. Toys, dare I say. So, you put all your toys together in a parking lot and it makes you happy. If they were to ask other questions in this study about spirituality, about the other aspects of our lives, that women would have taken over. I mean, first of all, a woman hits her sexual prime at 35. Things get much better for us.
Hey, I'm 35. This is good for me. All right, Mark, all right, go nuts, because I know you're going to go nuts.
Well, first of all, you're presuming that unhappiness in women begins in middle age. I'd say it starts when she's a little girl, when she's taught that happiness derives from shoes, jewelry, boob jobs, and pedestals. And what's interesting, oh, come on, Alexis, and then you have boys who are taught that they're supposed to make girls happy. I was on the radio 2 weeks ago in Greensboro, North Carolina, and the host related a story. He overheard his son and daughter talking. So brother goes to sister and says, "How come you always have money and I don't?" And she says, "That's simple. I have a boyfriend and you have a girlfriend." The fact of the matter is, boys are taught that they're supposed to make women happy.
No, he's actually living in the dark ages.
There's that.
I'm not living in the dark ages. This is reality. And if either of you women has ever dated women, you would know what I'm talking about. But you pretend that you don't know what I'm talking about.
All right, Mark,
so what's happening in middle age? What's happening in middle age here is that women who bring 70% of divorces are divorcing the men that they never wanted to marry to begin with, and so now that's what's making the men happy.
That's interesting because we control the household spending, don't we? Because we're working more than ever. Let's get back to the survey, though, all right? Because basically what they're saying is that we are happier in our early adult life and that women are more likely than men to fulfill their aspirations earlier related to material goods and family. That is true, wouldn't you say, Tracy? And a good thing. It takes men longer to figure out what they want to do in life.
Well, I just think this whole notion of basing your happiness on material goods is part of the problem, hence part of the reason that this thing was run by men in the first place. If there were women on the panel, they would, I mean, ask any woman if she would choose her car over her children, and she'd take the kids any day, whereas I would question a lot of men out there, quite frankly.
Tracy, I can't believe what I just heard you say. There's a reason that women live longer,
Mark. Let me tell you. It is because we are stronger and we are happier at the end of the day than most men, and that is factual, and you know it.
When men are married to women who scream like you, they just want to die sooner.
I'm not screaming.
When you have women going around, Tracy.
She left you. Let's put that on the table if you want to play this game.
Tracy, when women go around comparing their engagement rings to show off who got the most carats,
I don't know where you
tell me that women don't compete.
Mark,
don't tell me that women don't compete on material possessions.
The women I know do not care about that kind of stuff, Mark. All right, Mark, get out more.
Women compete on houses, divorce settlements, carrots, country clubs. Women compete on money all the time. Give me a break.
Well, wait a second. Women in your life, buddy.
Well, Mark, wait a second. The stature of a lot of men is measured in the car they drive, the golf country club they belong to, and very much the place they live in. You have to admit that.
And whether or not their wives are staying at home and not working. That's exactly what I said at the beginning. That's because men are taught that men are taught that they have to make women happy. The fact of the matter is, you can't make anybody happy. You have to make yourself happy. Happiness is a byproduct of achievement. So for women to say that they're unhappy, it's their own fault. Anybody who says he's unhappy, it's his own fault.
Mark,
Everybody has to make himself or herself
You're
happy.
giving me such a bloody headache. Yeah, I mean, where are you from? Where are you from? Dear Lord, I would never in a million years teach my girls that they have to grow up to be reliant on a man, as you can well imagine. I would never teach my son that he should be attracted.
But Tracy, you're the same one. You're the same one who bragged that she's so strong and so tough and doesn't need a man's money. Yet you're taking alimony.
Oh! 3 children.
Okay, Mark.
You know what?
So, but you don't need a man's money.
All right, well, that's it.
Saying is, we live in America. This is the race for the President of the United States. We wave the American flag here in America. That's all he was saying. If you're outside acting a fool, you will be arrested. Law enforcement will do their job because we know how Mr. Trump loves his law enforcement and respects the law enforcement, and they will do their job. He was clearly saying if you're going to act like a criminal, you'll be arrested, then you're a thug and a criminal.
The protesters realize, Hannah, do you think and you guys can wait, I have to put a short amount of time here. Do you think the protesters realize that they're actually playing into Donald Trump's hands, that it's actually helping him and it is revving up his support?
They don't realize. They don't realize that, Don, or they wouldn't be doing that. Mr. Trump realizes that everybody inside the rally that waited 5 and 6 hours in line to hear him speak, to hang on to every word that he's saying, they are the voters. Those are the people that are going to vote for Hillary, Bernie, or Donald Trump, not the people outside acting crazy and acting foolish who are getting arrested. So he realizes those people, the majority of those people.
Don't call them those people. I'm going to tell you something. It's very offensive.
I'm not just talking about Hispanic. I'm not talking about Hispanic. I'm talking about every single human being.
Those people, it doesn't work.
You know what? I'm not gonna entertain you allowing me to.
No, you're not entertaining me. I'm just going
I'm just gonna say, I don't play that game. If that's what you want to think, I'm talking about all the people outside.
The people who were outside were diverse, though, Nina.
And that is fine. And guess what? I'm Italian. I'm sure there was Italian Americans out there. I'm not going to allow you to say I was making a reference of anything race.
It's not about what you're going to allow.
I'm just saying. So whatever you want to think. I don't have to defend myself to you. I'll answer Don's questions.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Don, look, I think your point is well taken. I think the protesters outside who turned violent actually have
Okay, well, when you do that, we're never going to have a civil discussion.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want to have a civil discussion. I want to call you assholes. By believing these ideas, you're inherently disrespectful of people of color, of women, of gay people, of people with depression.
How are we inherently disrespectful to those people?
Because your policies hurt us, and you're right. White bros,
oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I'm white, and that automatically means I'm
So a white guy's not allowed to have any opinion?
Well, you have shitty opinions. Like,
I mean, you're allowed to be as rude as you want, but
yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day,
and you're allowed to be as privileged and much of a dickbag as you want. And
except,
this is what you're
except
doing here.
let's see who's throwing the insults and who's being respectful to you and not
calling you.
Oh,
these policies are not respectful.
So I'm calling you. Let's look at socialist countries like Venezuela.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
How did the Soviet Union work out? They were socialist. They failed. Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, I'm paying my loans. I don't have.
Yeah, he's paying his loans.
Yeah, that's nice for you.
We have these things called scholarships. We have.
So because I'm white
because he's white,
not because I work.
How does?
Look at your ugly asshole face. Like, you are so into it. You can't even see it.
Really
this is actually really funny how pathetic this is.
I know, you're adorable. You're so cute. I love talking to guys like you because you're pathetic. You're like little worms, and I love it. You're so cute.
No,
so are you going to make a point? Or
I mean,
just
you know,
no, I'm just yelling at you. That's my point.
The vast majority of the people who work for us are women, actually.
Those poor.
That are trying to block people now from coming up the stairs to the entrance of the Milo event. Also, Ruben from Ruben Report will be speaking as well with Milo. And as you can see, there are people lined up all around here. Tons and tons of people wrapping around both sides, waiting to come in the event as well.
You can't be on the steps.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. You're not.
Don't push me.
This is not allowed.
I don't care. You can't push me. I'm going to make you famous as hell right now. Negative.
Get off the steps.
You assault me again and push me. That's the same stuff. No.
The steps.
No.
Get off the steps.
No.
You can be in the public space. You cannot be in the private space.
Well, if I'm actually asked to be here and I'm part of this, yes, I can be. Thank you.
Get off
Negative.
the steps.
Please push me right now because I'm going to put you all over the internet right
Be
now.
all over the internet.
When you're trying to, oh, look at, you're hateful. You're the one out here protesting, whining and crying.
If you're not a student, you cannot be here if you're not a student. Here, let me tell you. Are you a student?
Everybody's got freedom of speech. Don't try not to upset the ladies, okay?
I mean, she's the one who jumped in here and pushed me off the stairs. Well, then the women here need to stop being violent. Yeah. I just walked up the stairs and that girl started pushing me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I did.